Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Austin here, and today I will be reacting to Hermitcraft 8, Episode 17, Serious Business. This episode is by Mumbo Jumbo, and if you haven't already, please go subscribe to him, and please like his video as well, as he definitely deserves all the support he gets. He's definitely an amazing content creator. Also, only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. If you like my videos, please subscribe. It's free. You can always unsubscribe later if you want to. Enjoy the video.
I didn't know how to start this video. Sometimes just logging onto the server and actually getting the ball rolling is the most challenging part of making a Hermitcraft episode. Even though it seems like I have absolutely no idea what's going on, I at least like to have a plan before I start recording an episode, and sometimes it's just very difficult to think of a plan, and you end up just staring into space or playing with trapdoors for extended periods of time. And the reason I say this is because I've been caught in the act. Impulse was recording a time-lapse using the replay mod, and he saw something out the corner of his eye. He saw me log in and then just fiddle with a trapdoor for like a minute and a half, and then log off. I didn't come back onto the server for like another 3 or 4 hours. That was my attempt to engage my brain. Unfortunately, it didn't work at the time, but I guess, you know, now I'm here. So maybe there's some latent energy from these trapdoors back here. I mean, it certainly is pretty satisfying. I wonder if Jono can make a beat out of this. I'm getting distracted. Alright, let's get to business. Official business. As you can see, I'm wearing my little suit, and that is because I want to start off this Hermitcraft episode as a responsible store owner by checking my profits. I'm rich. I'm really rich. I'm making loads of diamonds. And yet still, not a single person has bought a single potato. Regardless, we have made some extreme profits here. We're doing incredibly well. Alright, look, almost a stack of diamonds from this little store right here. In fact, it makes me feel so good. I want to go kill stuff. Let's go kill stuff and celebrate. Let me use my business stock to go on a celebratory killing spree. This is fantastic. I'm chuffed, jubilant, joyful, delighted, gleeful, jocular, cheerful, and most importantly, content. Did that kill anything? I'll be very upset if that didn't kill anything, just to make sure. I mean, that's better. It's not a celebration unless something dies, and it's not a party unless many things die. The more things that die, the more fun I have. Harmless Harvests, the only store on the Hermitcraft server that is 100% committed to the ethical treatment of all life in Minecraft, is continuing to be a very profitable business, and I'm incredibly happy to see this. It's good to see that other members on the Hermitcraft server are choosing to shop with their consciences, and they're making the correct moral decisions around what items they purchase on the server. I think this Peace, Love and Plants thing is catching on. But you see, there is a bit of a downside to creating such a massively successful store on the Hermitcraft server, and that is the fact that people actually buy the stock. You know, it used to be, when I would make a store on the Hermitcraft server, I would build up the store, nobody would buy the stuff that's in it, and then I would never have to restock it again. And I was fine with this. You know, I would go out and mine the diamonds. It wasn't a big deal, but now accidentally, I've created a very successful store, and it means that I have to go out and restock it. And these items that I'm selling, they're not exactly easy to gather, which is probably why it's so successful, because nobody actually wants to gather this stuff. I mean, imagine wanting to gather obsidian. Why did I want to sell obsidian? And ender chests? What was I thinking? It takes forever. And then, well, not only that, but my blaze farm, I can't use a sword, so I don't have looting 3, so it takes 3 times as long to get the same amount of blaze rods. That is a flaw that I didn't think of. And then my ghast farm only works when there's no one on the server, so that means that I have to wait until no one's online and then AFK there and hope that no one logs in, because if they do, it ruins everything. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? My level of frustration is clearly indicated by the pitch of my voice. Regardless of all that, 14 hours later, this thing is now fully restocked. Wow. Apart from the wood. Ren is kind of the guy on the server that sells all the wood. No one was really buying mine, so it makes no sense to restock it. I was pretty much the only customer in this section of the store. So that's Harmless Harvests all sorted. But I'm going to keep my official business suit on because there is an official Boatum meeting that I need to attend. It seems very serious. I think we're going to be discussing some serious plans about the serious future of Boatum Incorporated, and hopefully I'll also get a chance to show off my new company vehicle scheme. Let the serious business commence.
Welcome to, I don't know, this is the 3rd Boatum meeting?
Sounds right.
I wouldn't know.
I've lost count at this point.
I wasn't like that.
I've died too many times, I hit my head too many times.
I've totally missed. I don't know how many I've missed. That's how many it's been.
That's a good, I'm glad we put you in charge. It's actually Mumbo. It's actually Mumbo here that's called this meeting.
Indeed.
And as the head of marketing and meetings, it's my job
Are you meant to be eating right now?
Are you eating?
It's M&M's, isn't it? Me.
Is this really a time to be eating M&M's?
Have you landed like a sponsorship deal? There's like a cross-promotional... Is this our first funding as Botum? We've landed an M&M sponsorship?
No, seriously, Mumbo has called this meeting, and in an effort to keep meetings fairly short, what I've got is a chest with an elytra and a rocket. And together, I'm gonna need to finish my M&Ms, guys.
I was gonna say, your mouth is still like slightly full. I can hear it. It's
Just a
really,
little bit mumbling.
it's like a little bit salivary. It's kind of, it's good.
We're gonna fly into the sky together, and then as a team, as a Botum team, we're gonna take off our elytra and fall. When we hit the ground, the meeting's over. So Mumbo, you have amount of time that I don't know what it is yet, but you need to say what you need to say.
This seems
Time to
terrible.
lose all my levels.
You better have
Is
your
there
5-second elevator.
I was gonna
pitch
say,
ready, dude.
yeah, like, I mean, I barely have a plan. I don't even know what, like, dude, I'm just gonna take it in a suit. Alright, are we taking off? Is this...
Right.
Is everyone
okay, so
ready?
the
Yes,
idea,
sir.
we need to keep a constant momentum, and I'll tell you when to take off your elytra, okay? We need to try and stay roughly in line with each other.
Okay, this is gonna be
Okay.
difficult, but okay.
So I'm gonna say
Very
3, 2, 1, lift off, and then we go, okay?
Okay, are we lifting off on
Three.
lift off or on the one?
On lift off.
Okay.
I'm wearing my avatar.
So it'll
my
be 3, 2,
sunglasses.
1, lift off like that. Okay, ready?
You can't do the countdown, Green! You can't do the Green! Green, you can't do the
Full
countdown!
start, full start.
I knew we would do
Full
that.
start.
I was ready.
Alright.
What syllable
You
of
ready?
lift off are we doing it on? Is it the first one or the last
right,
one?
no, okay,
Off or
real,
lift?
real time. Right, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, lift off.
Okay.
I don't know if
Where
I'm
are
in
we?
sync
We've
with
got to use
you.
it for you just to get up here.
Like,
Okay.
I see you guys.
am I in sync
You're
with
good.
anyone?
You're good. You're
I
good.
can't see anyone.
Yeah,
I can see,
yeah,
I
we're
can see
good.
Mumbo.
Yeah, you're
I
good.
think we're okay.
I'm ahead. CEO goes first,
You
I
are
suppose.
Keep going.
Oh my
I see
goodness,
you.
the whole
Right
world's
under me.
unloading. How high are we
Oh,
right now?
man.
We're at 1,500.
Keep going.
thousand.
Stop.
Full
Catch
stack.
up.
I'm trying. I'm almost
doing my
out.
best.
I got 17 left. What do you
Right,
guys
I
everyone,
have
everyone,
18.
try and meet Scar down here.
have? Okay.
14.
I've got 7
we're
rockets.
dropping
Oh,
down
that
a
was
little
good.
bit.
That was
Oh,
good.
Scott,
Oh, we did
you-
good.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Alright,
Scar,
I'm
you keep
down
going.
pretty low
We'll,
now.
we'll match you.
I've got 2 rockets, guys.
All
I've
right.
got 2.
We're
Alright.
ready.
Last one.
Alright, we
We're
take
gonna
it
have
off.
to
And go.
take it.
Okay,
Okay.
so here is my plan as Botum CEO. By the way, thank you ever so much for making me the Botum CEO. I really do appreciate it. Like, that was a really cool thing for you guys to do, especially because I wasn't in the meeting. But I've devised a scheme. I've spent all of the Botum money on a Botum company car scheme or Botum company horse scheme, and I think we should just like totally just use these things and just cruise around the server in them, and that's where all of the funding has gone. So like. it's-
Oh, I'm gonna go now.
I landed on the bed. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
did
Pearl actually fell
anyone get
into
what the
bottom
idea
hole.
No, I
was?
was too busy focusing on where everyone was falling.
I heard something about a car company, that's it, and then I went void.
You know
Can
what would
throw
have
me
been
some rockets?
So when are we gonna get our tattoos?
Are you getting tattoos?
Can you throw me some rockets?
There you go.
Way to give me some rockets.
There you go, hand delivered
Let's go.
by your CEO.
Let's go.
Oh. Well, I mean, look. Okay, so I mean, do I have to explain it again? Like, is this something I have to explain
Okay,
it again?
right.
or
So
do-
yeah, brief recap.
Actually,
you
yeah.
said
Car
thank
company
you for
tattoos.
coming, and then I remember dying.
Perfect.
yeah, can people give what they think I said during that meeting? I'm very curious to hear how much was conveyed here.
Right, I heard. Well, thank you very much for coming,
Yeah.
and car company.
Car,
That's,
yeah,
that's
I
what I
heard.
heard as well.
I
Yeah.
heard we were gonna get tattoos.
Cars.
Okay.
And you said wicked, and I was like, yeah, man, rocket.
All right,
Alright.
Mumbo,
Wait,
what
we
was
said
it?
rocket.
I wasn't listening.
So, I have spent all of the Botum funds. I'm glad that part maybe went quietly. You know, that actually felt a lot better to say when we were all falling to our deaths. Now that you're all
The
looking
entire
at me,
budget.
it seems like a bigger thing. But I can take you over to what this funding has got us. Oh, you can see.
Can I say
What
you're
is that
absolutely
noise?
smashing
Yeah, I was
that?
gonna
What
say,
is that
you can-
noise?
You can hear some noises building.
Oh no.
I'm sure they're completely unrelated. And then look, there's quite a lot was spent on the entrance, which is pretty fancy.
Oh,
That is
Fancy
And
opening.
I'm not having a lot of
Getting
regrets.
tattoos.
Yeah, welcome to the Botum Executive Garage.
We got company
Amazing.
cars.
Yeah, we got company cars, dude.
Amazing.
Diamond skirt.
And they have. Look, we've got personalised number plates on all of them as well.
Oh my god. We made the right man.
Yes.
Oh, G-Force.
Yeah, G-Force.
I was nervous at first, but this is amazing. How'd you make him do that? Ooh.
I mean, should we find? Is there anyone
Money
else?
well spent.
Yeah, this is money well spent, fellas.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm fine with this.
Mumbo, now that we've got the horses, what do we do with them?
Well, what do you mean? This was it. This was the plan.
This is it, this is it!
Nothing else?
And was it not worth it?
We gotta at least like use this to market Boatum.
Do we have any tunes? I swear we're meant to
Yeah,
have
get
like
some
beats.
tunes?
Play the music.
Should we fire it up? Here we
I
go.
guess we can fire
We
the
need it.
beats.
We need it.
Oh yes!
This is where the rest of the budget went.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine with this.
Gotta move now.
We
This
can
is
set
how
on
we
the
do
zombies.
business.
Happy for the party.
Let's go!
Alright, yeah, let's go. Where are we going?
We're gonna go terrorize Cub.
Wow, it's a party suddenly. Jeez.
The ultimate hardcore drifting right here.
Buy it, Boatum. Buy it, Boatum.
Right, Magnum.
What is a Bodum?
What is a photo?
Alright, fellas, should we move on? I think we've done all the
Next
marketing that we
person,
need
I think
to.
we've done our advertising.
All right, Mexico.
See you later,
Okay
Carl.
then.
I can't wait to see what that looks like
Green,
from his
I
perspective.
have your horse.
Yeah, why did you get on my horse?
I don't know.
How were you riding each other's horses? I thought
Yeah,
you weren't
dude,
able...
it was so confusing. I had mine on a lead,
you
then
can.
Scar got on it, so I had Scar on a lead.
Guys, I took his bed.
Why?
Look, I got his bed. Look, I got his bed.
Wait, you took... Wait, no, we... Go back and give it back. There's something about someone sadly
something
riding
about
one
that
of
that
these
just
horses.
perfect.
But
It's so funny.
did his horse make the noise? Because it did for me. He went.
I don't know why as well. Suddenly his horse looked way faster than everyone else's. What am I listening to?
Oh, tango.
Let's go, Tango. Sugar
Let's do the
Bacon.
tango.
Modem. Stop it, modem. Look at the phantoms following us. We're like the
I wanted to
weirdest,
join in on the party.
the weirdest gang.
Hey, Mumbo,
Yeah.
you regret me setting that bed back now?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
I do.
I mean, I've got a bed. Do you want me to sleep?
Yes, this is the
Okay.
worst.
Clear the area.
No, Scar!
Scar!
It's
I feel-
always Scar.
Yeah, I
That was
feel like
serious
it's always
business,
Scar
to be honest with
too.
you. I think that was a whole bunch of funny business. That was awesome. I want to do it again. I mean, normally, if a business meeting ends and you falling to your death, it means just something's gone really badly. Like, really, really badly. Whereas, in Boatum, that's like part of the meeting. And if I'm going to be frankly honest, I'm not sure if this is good or bad. Anyway, all funny business aside, here is my rather lovely looking base. I'm still incredibly happy with this thing. My utopia is looking very utopial? That's not a word, is it? Or if it is a word, it probably shouldn't be. Anyway, if I drop through the string here, this is still the best entrance in the history of mankind ever. All of this is looking fantastic. Like, everything from this point onwards, I'm happy with. There's still work to be done. You know, there's structures that
Yeah.
are going to be constructed, and there's things that are going to be done out the front there to really bring it together. But for now, I'm very happy. This is a problem, though. Like, this... You know, I thought I could go a longer time without having the back done, but I can't. This is a bit pants, isn't it? Let's be honest here, this is a tiny bit pants. This is also an absolutely massive area that we need to cover up. I'm starting to realise that maybe the back might even be a bigger project than the front.
Maybe.
Oh my goodness, yeah, probably. The volume of this section is way larger than the volume of this section. This is actually pretty monstrous. You know, the more I talk about it, the more I want to put it off some more. But I can't. I physically can't put it off any longer. This is a momentous day. This is the day that I start work on the back of my base. But before I place a single block, I need to gather all of the blocks because unfortunately I've been using a fortune pickaxe for the past month or so, and I am completely out of stone. I only have cobblestone. So we need to go on a huge stone gathering mission. The best thing about the G-Train is if you buy books from the carriage, you can then use the railway tracks to actually apply the books to your tools. I'm not sure if this is what Green had in mind, but I personally really appreciate it. Ooh, do I tell him? Or do I just leave it? I feel like I might just leave it and see if anyone notices. Gradually, throughout the season, all of his rails are just disappearing from underneath the train. The thing is, I really have no choice because I genuinely don't have enough iron to actually replace that anvil. He can have a hopper instead. They're basically identical. So, I have my beacon all set up. I'm doing this down at y=11 because I might as well try and get some good resources as well. I'm actually less fussed about diamonds here. I more need redstone. I'm completely out of redstone. I have a packet of Jaffa cakes, and I think I have everything that I need in Minecraft. So let's begin. And because I'm going to be eating Jaffa cakes, let's do this in a time lapse instead. However, I have just realised that makes it sound like I'm going to be eating Jaffa cakes for the entire duration of recording this time lapse, which would be very detrimental to my health. I feel like I probably wouldn't have survived the full length of the time lapse if I was doing that, because this was a 4, maybe 5 hour mining session.
Wow.
That would be a lot of Jaffa cakes. Alright, it was just a 1 pack, which even that's quite embarrassing, to be honest with you. That's still quite a detrimental amount of Jaffa cakes. Anyway, moving on from that, one thing that I have gathered from this outside of stone is obviously I got a bunch of redstone and I got a bunch of diamonds, but also I have tons of deep slate. And I also already had tons of deep slate. Deep slate is super annoying. Like it's not something that I particularly enjoy mining, but throughout the process of this, I've just gathered up loads of the stuff, and frankly, I don't know what to do with it. Because none of my builds actually require deep slate, and I don't have really any plans to use it. So, I mean, maybe we can come up with something interesting here. There's got to be something that we can do. And I am still wearing my successful business suit. I mean, there has to be some value in this. So that's that. There's none in there. But, you know, there's quite a lot. I could have gone more. By the end of the mining session, as you can see, I just kind of got bored of mining it. So I started avoiding it. But one full inventory, there's probably another inventory's worth there. And I have another 2 inventories over at the other hole that I did for the front half of the armchair. Now, there is one slight consideration that I have to make here. You see, I know that Grian sells deep slate. He seems to reluctantly sell deep slate. Like, he seems quite upset about the whole thing and the fact that people keep buying his deep slate, but he does sell deep slate.
Yeah.
And, you know, me and Grian are friends, and I probably shouldn't start anything in competition with him, but then again, I basically live to annoy Grian. If I go through my day having annoyed Grian at least once, then it's been a good day. And just imagining the little noises he'll make when he sees my little store pop up next to the train, it makes it so worthwhile. You know, it'll probably make like a few squeaks, and then he'll laugh a little bit, and then it'll be like, what's this here? And then he'll probably say something along the lines of like, the potato boy, you can't be doing that. I'm in competition with the potato. Something along those words, I imagine, will come out of his mouth.
Probably,
I just feel like we should create a bingo card that predicts what he's going to say. Anyway, after going to many of my dig sites, this is all of the deep slate that I've got. Actually, is there some over here? I don't think we went deep enough to get deep slate in this area, and there's none over here either. So 3 double chests. That's certainly not a bad amount. Now, as this store is a very temporary thing that I don't intend on restocking, I say we go quite simple with the design and just create a pile of deep slate. Something like this probably does the trick, and then I guess I should probably put some deep slate in the floor because that always helps to blend everything together. That's a tip that I learned from Scar. I would say this has come together really quite nicely, so let's actually get this thing fully stocked. And to be honest, as I knew I was going to do this, I'm not entirely sure why I put all of the deep slate over by my base and not where I was going to build it. The human brain is truly a baffling thing. This is going to make me a lot of diamonds. What are Grian's prices, to be fair? So 1 stack is equal to 2 diamonds. Okay, 1 stack, 2 diamonds. Oh, that's actually... Man, this stuff is valuable! So each chest, if I did the same prices, this would be like 54 diamonds. This could be one of the most successful businesses I've ever done in the history of anything ever. I was not aware that this stuff was such a moneymaker. It's literally... I forgot about it. It's literally been sat in a hole for like the past 2 months. I did not realise there was an appetite for this stuff. Genuinely, I only had 2 reasons for doing this. The first one was, of course, annoying Grian, and the second one is because I came up with a funny pun-based name, and I just didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to use it. I mean, just look at it. It's perfect!
Welcome to Cheap Slate.
You tell me a better name for a Deep Slate store that is bargain prices. Give me a better name, alright? Because if you can give me a better name than this, then you can have my stock. You can have all the diamonds from this. It doesn't get better. I'm sorry, I think I've peaked. This might be the best thing I've ever created in Minecraft. It's Deep Slate, it's cheap. Cheap Slate sounds like cheap skate. I mean, there's so many levels of humour going on here. I'm a genius. You may have noticed that my head looks slightly bigger in this episode, and it's because I had my big brain on. You know, I've been storing up that joke for this entire episode, and now that it's out, I can actually remove it and I can have a regular brain. So after a lot of head scratching and after enabling my big brain again, I've come up with my pricing strategy, which is 2 stacks equals 3 diamonds. I felt like doing 1 diamond per stack. That's too much of a price reduction, whereas this seems around about right. And obviously Grian has every opportunity to just buy all of my stock and put it into his own store and then make a bunch of diamonds. That's absolutely fine. If he wants to do that, he can. Whatever happens, I think it's clear from this Hermitcraft episode that this potato means business. Now the question is, do I go on another celebratory killing spree? What do you think, decapitated head of a cow? What do you reckon? He said yes. Of course he said yes. Many deaths later, I'm feeling good. Not only do we have 1 successful business, we also hopefully have another successful mini business. Boatum Incorporated it's doing what Boatum Incorporated is doing. I don't know entirely what that is, which is a bit bad because I'm CEO, but I don't think anyone knows what's going on, to be honest with you. I mean, we essentially performed a group suicide and then formed a biker gang. I don't know if that's productive or not. We're now fully set up to build the back of the base. I performed 2 killing sprees in this episode, but my statistics are still completely clear of any deaths, which means my conscience is guilt-free. Peace, love, and plants. And on that note, it's time to end. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next episode. See ya. And you know, whenever I punch my fist in F5 mode, I just have this absolute fear that I'm going to obliterate something like a bat. Can you imagine?
Oh.
I mean, I don't even know what will happen if I kill something. I didn't know how long I was going to keep this going when I started the season. I fully expected to have accidentally killed something by now. But it keeps me up at night, the thought of killing something on Hermitcraft.
Alright, that was a really good video. I very much so enjoyed it. Especially whenever they were going around and just like with that music and their the company cars and everything. Like I thought that was very, very entertaining. But with that being said, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, guys.